Lesson 13. More advanced Reiki techniques. Reiki, psychic surgery. We all have dormant abilities inside ourselves waiting to be used. The ability to heal ourselves and each other is one of those abilities. It is a simple matter of claiming your power and developing the skill to use it. Psychic surgery is a tool that allows you to take charge of your inner power and use it to heal. The main reason people are not in optimum health is because they attract or create blocks to the flow of life force energy within themselves. These blocks are usually made of ideas, beliefs, and emotions that are opposed to the person's maximum well-being. They are usually created because of misunderstandings about how to get one's needs met in a healthy way. Blocks to life force energy usually take on a particular shape and lodge themselves in and around the organs of the body, or in the chakras or aura. These negative energy blockages can cause health problems, as well as other difficulties in life. Once they are removed, the life force energy returns to its normal healthy flow, and the person's health is restored. Psychic surgery can be used to release these negative energy blockages. The process can assist in healing of any problem or difficulty, including emotional difficulties, relationship problems, addictions, spiritual problems, as well as physical health problems. It must be kept in mind that if the person has a physical or psychological problem, it is important for you to advise them to see a relevant healthcare provider and let them know that you will work in conjunction with regular medical or psychological care. Psychic surgery can be done as part of a Reiki session on others, and it can also be done on you by you. Part 1. The first step is to give the cause of the problem an identity. This will allow the client and the practitioner to focus directly on the cause and release it. Giving the problem an identity can be very healing in itself, as it allows one to bring the cause into awareness, where it can be dealt with. This involves finding the location of a block and deciding what it looks like. Ask the client to think about the issue that they would like to have healed. Note that it's not necessary for them to tell you what the issue is, just for them to think about it. This can be very helpful for many clients, as some issues are so sensitive that the client may not want anyone to know about them. Ask them to close their eyes and think of the issue. Ask them if the cause of this problem were to exist in a part of the body, which part would it be in? This is often easy, as the client will feel tension or pain in an area of the body whenever they think about the issue. If they have difficulty in choosing an area, just ask the client to guess and reassure them that there is no wrong answer. Ask them to imagine that they are looking into the area they have chosen, and ask them, if the cause of this problem had a shape, what shape would it be? The shape to be looked for is the shape of the negative energy that is causing or represents the problem. This could be any shape at all. Whatever shape they choose is fine. If a physical organ is what needs healing, the cause will not look like the organ, but will be a shape attached to the organ, a shape close to the organ, or it may be elsewhere in the body or even the aura. There is sometimes more than one location, and if this is the case, it is important to work with the most important location first, and then deal with the other locations one at a time, if they are still present after the initial treatment. Then ask them, if this shape had a colour or colours, what would it be? Then ask about the surface, about the texture, how heavy it would be. If it made a sound, what sound would it make? Or what it would say if it had a voice. Remember that any answer is okay, and they don't have to be able to answer all of them. After they answer some or all of the questions, the cause will now have a non-verbal identity that the client will be consciously aware of. This gives the client something to focus on and allows you to monitor their progress with each healing session. Ask the client if they're willing to completely let go of the cause and be healed now. Tell the client that you're going to send the problem up to a higher power. Ask them to focus on the shape and concentrate on letting it go. Also ask them to acknowledge and be willing to learn any lessons or receive any information necessary for the healing to take place. The process. The client may be seated or lying on a Reiki table. Move behind the client and draw the power symbol on the palms of your hands and activate it by saying its name 3 times and either clapping your hands together or tapping each palm with the index and middle finger of the other hand 3 times. Draw a large power symbol down the front of the client's body and activate the symbol by intoning the name of the symbol 3 times. Now draw a power symbol on each of your client's chakras to empower them, activating each of them by once again intoning the name of the symbols 3 times. Now extend your Reiki fingers, which will be used in the psychic surgery. This is done by grabbing hold of your fingers and thumbs on your dominant hand with the other non-dominant hand and imagining that they are made of toffee. Stretch them to about 12 to 18 inches or so. Breathe in as you do this several times. Then draw and activate the power symbol on each of the extended fingers, and as you tap them, affirm that they are extended and have substance. Do this with both hands. Move your hands around and imagine you can feel these extended fingers and the power they contain. Psychic surgery is done with your full focus and intention. It is much like a martial art and done with your entire being, using your physical, emotional, mental and spiritual selves. It is done with complete confidence in your ability, knowing that Reiki is all-powerful and you will succeed. Say a prayer to yourself and ask that the healing take place within divine love and wisdom, so that the highest good is created for all concerned. Ask the client to focus on the location of the blockage and be willing to let go and be healed. Draw a power symbol over the area where the block is located. Now, with the full strength of your being, imagine reaching inside the body of the client and grab the negative energy with your extended fingers, pulling it out and releasing it to the ground to dissipate and disappear into the earth. Use your intuition to guide you as to the way that you should pull it out. Breathe in as you pull and out as you release. Repeat this process as many times as you feel is necessary and feel for any change in the area. Allow yourself to be guided and try different techniques as you progress. The client may notice and be able to tell you of any changes that they observe during or after the process. Check back with the client and ask them to describe the shape now. Often the shape will have changed, reduced in size, or be gone altogether. Heal the area then with Reiki to fill the location with light. Step back and make a movement similar to a karate chop to sever the connection between you and the client. Also retract your extended fingers by pushing them back into their normal size whilst making a blowing sound. You can follow this with full hands-on Reiki treatment if you have time. If there is any resistance and you find that despite your best attempts the shape has not changed, then it may be that the block has a lesson connected to it that must be communicated to the client before it can be released. Draw the mental emotional symbol over the area and treat with Reiki until it becomes apparent what needs to be done by the client before healing of this issue can occur. This technique works, it is powerful, and it's easily learned by anyone willing to take the time to try it. All of our problems are within our ability to solve, and it's important to realize that there is always a higher purpose for everything in our lives. What we consider a problem may actually be an opportunity to learn and grow. Using inner guidance and developing new techniques which allows us to tap more deeply into our innate healing abilities is an important part of our growth process as spiritual healers. This concludes Module 3 of our Reiki Home Study course.